Hey, my Juju Bees, welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? Today is, what's today? Wednesday? Wednesday, okay. And if you are new here, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would be so excited if you did. I'm sorry, I'm hungry, y'all, if y'all can't tell. I just have my leftovers from yesterday. I was going to do tacos, but I couldn't bring myself to do it, so leftovers it is. If you are new here, hey, and please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I think I already said that. So we're going to continue to be talking about ethic. I am still on ethic 5. So I want to say I get so caught up in this series every time I reread it that I have to once I start over, I have to go through the entire series. Like, I feel like I can't, just skip from book to book. So, of course, you guys know I move faster. Thanks. I move faster than I am, like, doing the videos. Like, I can read faster than I can do the videos. So, I'm already out of ethic. I done read The Invitation. I done read Christmas with the Okafers. I done listened to Butterfly 1 and 2. Now I'm on Butterfly 3. So I can't wait till I get there with y'all, because that series is a whole nother monster. But here we are. So I think I left off yesterday. Alani had checked ethics mailbox and found a letter from Yaya. And when she found it, she was like, I'm done. I'm over this. Like, I'm going outside. So she went outside in the car. Well, she was going to leave. But when she got to the car, she didn't have no keys. So she sat there. She was playing on her phone. Then her phone went dead. Then on top of her phone going dead, she had to pee. So she went back in the house, and she was like, he was sitting at the top of the stairs, Ethic was, and she was like, why you just sitting there looking stupid? And he was like, you was outside looking equally as stupid, no? And so he was like, did you come back in here to talk? She was like, no, don't flatter yourself. I came back in here because I had to pee. So she went into the bathroom and tried to use the bathroom, where he opened up the door. She was like, Ethic, get out, I'm using the bathroom. He was like, man, I'd have been all up and in and out of there. Like, I'm not closing nothing. So she was like, my man ain't my man if he's sending money to somebody else. How much? And then he told her $5,000 a month. And she like, $5,000 a month? Like, that's a bit extreme. And so then she got to thinking like, oh, you ain't sending that money for her. You sending that money for that baby. And she asked him, like, is that baby yours? And she says it's not. So I don't know. She's like, you don't know. So Alani is Alani. And she get to go inside of her hair like, I don't even know why I ever believed you. I don't even know why I ever trusted you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. And he like, no, you are. Like, you going to stay. You told me that you wouldn't leave me. You staying. And she was like, no, Ethic, I don't know if I can do this. So, of course, he swindles her. Okay. Put that thing on her in the bathroom real quick. And she felt like, he ain't fighting fair. And he told her to say sorry, and she was like, and I'm not. He was like, say sorry. And she was like, I'm not. So this you, boy. He was like, now, when you ready to talk, like civilized adults, we can have this conversation. But you're not leaving. He was like, it's a lot of rooms in this house. Pick one to go be mad in there. But you're not leaving. Because this is your home. So, she decided to pick the master bedroom. And every night that Ethic didn't sleep with her, Easy slept with her. He hoped that she would come around, sooner to try to talk, but she didn't. They just went on about the day as if they weren't mad at each other. Well, that they were mad at each other, but that, whatever was whatever. So the one morning he'd get up and he'd go in there and he, try to check on her or whatever. And he notices that her and Easy is asleep. So he don't bother him. He just go in. It's Easy on the head. Kiss her. And then he leave out of the room. And after he leaves out of the room, she comes down the hallway. And she say, I'm ready to talk now. So he like, come. So she come over, she sit on Easy's bed. And they talk or whatever. I skipped the part and I had been waiting to tell y'all this. When she first came back from outside, before they actually made it to the bathroom, Morgan gonna tell her, like, don't bring that crazy all up in here. And Alani said, oh, Morgan Atkins, you got enough crazy for all of us. She was like, this is not your business. Go find you some more. And so Morgan said, you don't pay no bills up in here. So now after looking back and forth with them, like, are y'all really arguing back and forth like this? And so she said, let me put you up on some grown woman game, Morgan. She said, when you loving in this house, she said, oh, and I'm loving him real good. It makes you the boss. She said, and I'm loving Ethic real good. Real goddamn good. So take your sport ass to your room right now so I can figure out if I'm going to keep on loving him real good or if I'm going to give him back the green eyes. To fake contact wearing green eyes or whatever. And so Morgan goes in her room and slams the doors and she yells. And that's why her eyes are real. Because Morgan childish. So anyway. So they go through all of that. And now she's ready to talk. Okay, that's when he coerced her. He bamboozled her. And so, like I said, she said she was ready to talk now. And she said, I think that I should go back to my place for a few days. And she told him, like, on love, I'm not messing with nobody else. Like, I loved her once. I can't lie about that. But the way that I love you doesn't even compare. Like, you basically compare apples to oranges. And he said, but the same way that I bought you a block when you was nothing to me at all, that's the same way I do with her. It's like a bill. It comes out every month. Like, I didn't mean anything malicious behind it or anything like that. Like, I wasn't trying to keep nothing from you. Like, I take care of people who I once loved, and I once loved her. Like, so if it came off as being disrespectful, like, I apologize for that because that was not my intentions. And she said, is that baby yours? And he said, I don't know. So she said, maybe we maybe we are moving too fast. We're fighting, we forcing something. Morgan isn't settled yet. The argument between us is weighing on me. The one between the two of you is even heavier. Maybe we need more time. Maybe we can try again down the line after the baby comes. She nodded, her head in agreement, and said, yeah, maybe. So basically, he told her, like, I'm arguing with you. You arguing with Morgan. It's too much for everybody. Maybe we should just revisit this after Morgan had her baby. So she goes home. Okay? And I don't think that she should have, but you know, who am I to tell her how to handle what she feels? I don't. Sorry. As the reader, we know it ain't nothing going on. But the way that it looked like him and Yaya got a whole other thing going on. But I was very surprised after this argument that he decided to tell her, like, we need to take a break. I was just completely thrown off by that. So, I never thought that he would really put the brakes on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like she would do it eventually and give him a pause, but I never ever thought that Ethic would be the one to put the brakes on them. I really didn't. I was so surprised when I first read this. Like, dang, Ethic, like you really putting Alani on ice? Like, after all y'all done been through all 4 of these books and you just now want to put her on ice? I was completely just thrown away. Bad all. But, so I was shocked. I really was. So, now we go to Bella. Then this is the beginning of Bella and Henny's love story. And I love Bella and Henny. They're young, very, very, very young. They got this puppy love thing going on. And I think that they're like 2 or 3 years apart. So Bella's like 13 and Henny has to be about 14 or 15 at the time. And so she's over Nanny's house and she outside playing in the yard or whatever. And the ball that they was playing basketball with rolls over to where she is. And he like, what's up? You gonna give my ball back? She's like, not that's how you gonna ask me. And so she got the hots for little Henny, okay? Like he done showed her a little interest, was concerned about it when she was crying at one time about Morgan. Done showed her, you know, flaming hots and quarter waters. Like, you know what I mean? Like he got little Bella feeling like, oh, okay, I got a crush on the little boy. And he a bad boy. He needs to Henny is a little bad boy. Respectful, yes. But he run the streets, okay? So even though him and Bella are 2 or 3 years apart in age, they really, I believe, light years away from each other when it comes to mentality. Because Henny, he run the streets. So he a hustler. He a hustler. And he is learning how to survive. He's living off for survival. He got to figure out what his next meal is going to be, where he going to lay his head at night, how he going to pay whatever he got to pay to keep the lights on at his mama's house. Whereas Bella, she don't have to worry about those kind of things. Her daddy got money. He got long, long, long money. If Bella don't never work another day in her life, after got long money, okay? She don't have to. So she's privileged. That don't mean that she don't appreciate the finer things in life, but at the same time, like Bella ain't worried about no dollars. She ain't worried about where she gonna lay her head. She ain't worried about the lights getting cut off. That's not her thing. Henny, on the other hand, he out here in the mud, okay? But he love him some Bella, okay? She his pretty girl. Smart girl, you know. So, I love them, though. I really do. So, He said, yo, pretty girl, I need my ball back so I can finish shaking these guys. And she said, and then he said, Bella, get your behind in this house before your daddy come around here and kill every little boy on the block. And so she told me, so man, here, just get your off my grass. You know better. Tell me, my bad, Miss Pat. Don't my bad me, boy. I ain't one of your little friends. I'm sorry, Miss Pat. So she don't ever give him the ball back. He go outside to go play. And I guess I got to find something else to do since the pretty girl told me I need to get to work. And I'm trying to work for that. That's going to be me one day. He said, I just got to get my weight up. You heard me? So, now we go to, we go back to my sire. So he is in chemo, him and Blue. And so he had started this chemo treatment without Blue. So she was, he had started the chemo treatment without Blue. So the nurse came in and asked him, was he okay? He like, yeah, I'm good. And so he kind of like closed his eyes and he said that behind his eyes, it was a private party where the guest of honor was Morgan Atkins. She was smiling. They was laying in her bed and she was up under his arm. And the way she looked up at him made him feel like Morgan just very well could be a gift from God. The way he left her, the way that he felt when he was with her, it had to be a glimpse of heaven. He said he questioned if he had ever really had her out, or was she a manifestation of what he thought afterlife was like. He said, had he been diagnosed and hallucinated the rest? You know what? When I be reading this stuff, I be thinking like, Ashley, come on, don't be having us thinking that he done hallucinated all this and this relationship with him and Morgan just didn't happen. But I just can't see it that way because this is book 5 and I done already read to Butterfly 3 and I know that ain't the case. But sometimes she'll be playing tricks on your mind. Sorry, that was a sidebar or whatever. So Blue pull up. She's like, sorry, I'm late. It was traffic on I-75. He didn't say anything to her, though. He just, kind of let it be what it's going to be. She said, you got my food? She said, yeah, I got some Flint tacos from La Familia. He said, I wanted you to cook them, B. I wanted your tacos. She was like, I'm sorry. Next Tuesday, I'll cook you some, I promise. He said, I can't taste them anyway. She said, you look good. Really good, Messiah. You don't look sick. The chemo must be working. How do you feel? He said, I look better than I feel, B. He said, looking sick ain't the problem. I never look sick. I just feel like shit. He said, every hour they in here poking on me, checking my pee. The food tastes like trash. The TV don't work. The Netflix won't stream. And then he said, and the whole dang on hospital smell like burnt rubber. And she was like, burnt rubber, that's a side effect of the chemo, though, that it makes the stuff smell and taste like that. It's just a side of the chemo. And so he just said he tired of all this. He said he got life left in him. And he just don't want to sit here and die. That's the reason why he never went to the hospital before. Like he said, I found a girl that loved me, for a little while. Like, and I just ran with that. He said, I felt like I was doing more living when I didn't address the fact that I was dying than I am now. Like, I'm just sitting up in here, rotting, getting these treatments, and my life just ticking away from me. And I got a lot of life left in me. I want to get up out of here. Like, I don't want to stay here. Like, I just want to go. Like, I want to go, B. I want to go. He said, I'm still here, but I'm not out there, B. He said, time is moving without me, and I got breath in my body. He just said, man, it's messed up. He said, it ain't never been fair. He said, I just want to get out of here, man. The lady said, well, just hit the button and let me know if you need anything. And then Blue said, it's okay. Like, he said, I just want to get up out of here. And then Blue told her, like, it's okay if we need anything. I'll have him hit the button or I'll hit the button for him. And then she asked him, like, do you need your bucket? And he like, nah, I'm good now. He said, it's cold in there, though. And then that's because that's another side effect of the chemo. And then so she tried to turn her Netflix on, but her Netflix didn't work. Her Netflix didn't work either. So he said, I told you your Netflix don't work either. You get the trap phone. He was like, I told you, um, it's like a prison in here. The only thing that they missing is the bar. She was like, okay, well, let's break you out. And he like, what you talking about, bitch? She talking about we're leaving. Get up, let's go, get dressed. He talking about, B, I just got chemo. Like, I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be throwing up in the morning. She said, well, um, we'll be back by then, but right now we're getting some fresh air. So she got up, got him in a wheelchair, and they kind of like broke out of the hospital for the night. And she asked him like, "Are you okay?" Like, and he like, "Yeah, I'm good." Bitch, like, "Are you sure?" She like, "Maybe we should go back," because now she done got nervous. And he like, "Nah, B, I'm good. Like, don't get scared now." And she like, "Okay." So they get in the car. She's like, "Okay, what you want to do?" And, he was like, "Just sit back and ride, B. Like, I got us this time." So they get in the car, and it's like a Brandy song playing in the background. And I think the song is "Put That on Everything." That's my song. If you don't know it, go listen to it. It's called "Put That on Everything." It's by Brandy. But he said normally he would change the song in there, but it was just something about the moment and the place that he was at in life that just allowed him not to do it. So she said, "Well, where you want to go?" So they just rode and they went to Cedar Point. She was like, "Cedar Point?" She was like, "All the places that we could go. This is the places that you picked." He said, "Yeah, I never been." She was like, "Wow, you never been?" She like, "Nope." And then so they got out of the car. He was like, "This is the first time I ever been, in a place with this large amount of people without carrying my piece or whatever." And she's like, "You're fine, Messiah." So they rode all the rides. And then when they first got in there, she was like, "Let's get some henna." He was like, "What is henna?" She was like a tattoo. He was like a tattoo. He was like, "Man, I ain't getting no fake tattoo." He was like, "Let's get a real one, B. Something that you can remember us back, because you my best friend." And so she like, "Okay." And she's like, "I don't know, Messiah. Like, I'm scared. Like, that's gonna hurt. Messiah, his body marked all up. But Blue, she like, Messiah, I don't know about this." So they go to the tattoo place, and she tried to pick a tattoo out. He tried to pick a tattoo out. And Blue like, like, let me pick it out, because I'm the one that's gonna have to look at it every day when you're not here. So of course she got sad, but she tried to brush it off. So they wind up getting matching tattoos. And the tattoo is like, if they hold their hands together like this, I would imagine that the butterfly on each, it makes a whole butterfly. So it's like two wings. When they put their hands together, it makes one. And so they had a good time. They ate or whatever. So then they wound up going to the beach. And before they wound up going, he was like, "I don't know what it is, but I feel like I want to go by the beach. You got some water." She was like, "How do you know it's a beach up here?" He was like, "I can hear it." He was like, "You can't hear it?" So they go to the beach, and they kind of just laying there, talking or whatever the case may be. And then um he like, "Sit down." She like, "I got all this white on." He like, "Just sit down." So he pull her down and she sit down. So they sitting there, they just kind of talking, just like a random chat or whatever. And I think he like leans in to kiss her. And she like, "Messiah, no." And so he tried to do it again. And she like, "Messiah, like, no." And he like, "Come on, be like, I need to feel something else other than what I'm feeling right now." And so, mind you, B, she's celibate. She hasn't given herself to anybody in a long time. And so she obliges and she lets him kiss her. And, he kind of rough with her first. And she like, So she was like, if we gonna do this, then it has to be on my terms, and don't handle me like that. And he like, "Okay." So like, he go into this thing where he glad it's her, but he wish it was Morgan. But then it's like the best interaction he's ever had with anybody. And, he can't believe it. And it's like, "Oh my God, like, what are we doing?" And she the same thing. And he like, "Oh my God, Blue." Like, it's just a whole intense exchange of souls tying with each other on this beach in this sand. And when it was over, they both kind of just was like, "I love you, B. I love you too." She was telling him about making a bucket list, and he was like, "Nah, we should call it a bucket list." And so they shared a moment on the in the sand. He definitely shot up the club. He didn't withdraw from her when it was time. But it was like, whatever, I can't, I'm sterile. The chemo messed me up. I'm not ruining the moment by pulling out of here. So I'm gonna just go ahead and shoot the club up. So they had their moment. They spent the night on the beach and slept out there, and they went back to the hospital the next day. So I'm gonna stop right here because I don't want to start something else. But I will be back tomorrow, of course. I thank you guys so much for watching. Um and don't forget that if you are new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would be so excited if you did. Meet me back here tomorrow, same place, maybe not the same time. And until next time, bye, my jujubes.